Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard. I'm Penge, and this is just a quick channel update video to let you know about a few little bits and bobs going on here in the Geek Cupboard. And these bits and bobs are the new channel graphics, the new channel trailer, and very excitingly, brace yourselves everybody, brace, the new Geek Cupboard shop. Yes, I said shop, you heard me correctly. There is now an official Geek Cupboard shop, which is all very silly and very exciting. However, we shall come to that in a moment. I think what we're going to do is we'll talk about the other things first, and then we shall come back round to having a chat about the Geek Cupboard shop. So stick around for Geek Cupboard shop news. So the first thing we mentioned there were the new channel graphics. So you might have noticed these already, because the plan is that by the time this video goes out, the channel graphics should have been updated a bit. So all I've done to kind of freshen them up a bit is effectively just change the font, and that's kind of it. It wasn't really that much of a big change. So for the words "The Geek Cupboard" on the blue background by the yellow door, and then the tagline on that same sort of bit of the channel, and then where it says TGC in the logo, in the hex logo, the font of those has been changed, and that's kind of it. That's it really, nothing overly dramatic, nothing too extreme. We've still got the same Geek Cupboard corporate colours and all that kind of stuff. So really, it was just a font change. So why did I make this change? Because, you know, I didn't have to make that change, and it's quite a small change. I mean, one reason was I did just want a bit of a change, just to kind of, zhuzh things up a little bit. A change is as good as a rest and all that kind of stuff. But the main reason was that a friend of mine who has dyslexia said that the original font wasn't that great. He found it quite hard to read, and then the logic went that if he found it quite difficult to read, then maybe other people with dyslexia might also struggle to read it. So we sat down together and went through a few different fonts. I think we must have gone through, 30, 40 fonts. It took a little while, and then we settled on the new font that we have now, the one that you can possibly see somewhere around the channel. So yeah, apparently, because I don't have dyslexia, so I can't tell you this for certain, but I am told that the new font is a bit easier to read, it's a bit bolder, and the letters have a more standard shape, which just makes it a little bit easier to read if you have dyslexia. So that's kind of the main reason why we had a little mini rebrand of the logo and the channel graphics. So yeah, reason number one, I just wanted it to be different, and reason number two, to make it a little bit more accessible, which is never a bad thing. So that covers off the channel graphics, and the next up is the new channel trailer, which, if we're being completely honest, is long overdue. Long overdue. The previous channel trailer was from 2017. So when I made that trailer, the Geek Cupboard was 1 year old. And that was a long time ago. 2017 was quite some time ago now. The channel is quite different now to how it was back then. So the trailer's been redone. It's got different kind of clips in it. I've put sort of more modern things in it and some classic Geek Cupboardy bits as well. So I think it's quite good. I like it. I think it kind of shows off the nonsense that goes on in the Geek Cupboard quite well. It'll be in the list of videos on the channel, and I'll put a card thingy on the screen somewhere right now. I think they appear in the top right, don't they, the cards? The little kind of slide out card things appear in the top right. So at some point around now, if I remember, and I'll try to remember, so at some point around now in this video, a little card thing should pop out saying, hey, go and watch the new 2024 Geek Cupboard trailer, or whatever wording I can fit into the tiny box. So whatever it says, click on that and you can go and have a little look at the trailer, which is all very lovely indeed. And next up, it's the thing that you've all been waiting for about a minute and a half since I last mentioned it. Drum roll, please. Can we please do a drum roll? I'm drum rolling on the desk. Drum roll. There is now a Geek Cupboard shop. There is merchandise, actual silly merchandise, and people have been asking for this for quite a while now. Every so often there'll be a comment pops up saying something like, can I get a Geek Cupboard mug or Geek Cupboard coaster merch when? And now you lovely people out there can treat yourselves to some quality physical tactile Geek Cupboard nonsense. There's mugs and coasters and t-shirts and a desk mat thing and a hat and various other things. It should all link through to YouTube as well, which is quite snazzy. So the shop is with a company called Fourth Wall, who are one of YouTube's preferred suppliers. So on some videos, you might see a little shop window appear, maybe underneath the main video itself, above the comments or whatever. I'm not quite sure where they appear, but there should be a little kind of shop link thing that you can click on and have a browse if you would like to. There is also a link to the shop in the video descriptions of future videos, and this one as well. There's a link to the shop in this video. Yeah, there'll be a link in the About bit on the channel homepage too. So plenty of links to the very silly shop. Now, I did do quite a bit of research on the different shops. You know, a bit of effort's gone into this. I did read up on them all. I've tried to find one that had good quality stuff, because the last thing you want is to order something and then when you get it, it's a bit rubbish, or I don't know, if you order a mug and you wash it twice, or these sort of, the stuff's faded off the mug. So I've tried to find one that's got good quality stuff at reasonable prices, and very importantly, I made sure there was a good range of shipping options, which I think Fourth Wall does have. I think it can cover quite a lot of locations in terms of shipping. So I've tried to go with the best one. Hopefully it is all very lovely. And also I've tried to create a decent range of items. I've put quite a few things in there, and I've put things into little categories and such, like Mrs Penge helped out a little bit as well. Thank you, Mrs Penge. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy. If there is something you feel should be in the shop but isn't in the shop, then please do let me know. Pop a comment on this video, or any other video, I suppose, because I do tend to look through them all. Message me on Discord. I don't know, send me a carrier pigeon, beam the idea directly into my brain using weird science. I don't know, whatever works. Let me know if there is something that you feel like there should be in the shop, and I will see what I can do. And if you do buy something, anything really, if you buy anything at all from the shop, then thank you very much indeed, because as well as getting a Geek Cupboard thing for yourself, which is marvellous of course, you're also supporting the channel, and therefore by extension you are supporting me, which is of course hugely appreciated. So thank you, thrice thank you. If you don't want to buy anything from the shop, which is absolutely fine, I get that. Maybe you have enough mugs in your life, but you still do want to support the Geek Cupboard, then there is Patreon. You could become a patron, you could become a YouTube member. Both of those get special access to the monthly whiffle that is inside the Geek Cupboard. But honestly, just watching the videos, liking, commenting, being part of the Geek Cupboard, and just, joining in and chatting to people and leaving comments and watching stuff is absolutely fantastic. That is a wonderful thing. So don't feel obliged with any of this blatant self-promotional stuff that's going on right now. Just enjoying Geek Cupboard stuff is absolutely fine with me too. And I think that's it. I think that wraps up our little kind of mini channel update for now. That covers everything that's a little bit new around here. Graphics, trailer, shop. Yeah, I think that is everything. So thank you for your attention. If you're still here by this point, then well done. Good job. 10 house points for you. That is very dedicated and very impressive. But yes, I think we can wrap it all up. I'm going to go and get the kettle on, I think, because it's quite early in the morning. So I'm going to make a nice cup of tea and then get on with some more recording stuff. So yes, I should go and do that. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time.